What's up, Candy Lickers? Pleased to meet you. Nice to know me. What you doing? You're getting ready for summer. That's what you're doing. And let me tell you what you need to be doing. You need to be getting the new Lawnmower 4.0 from Manscaped. That way you can make this the best summer ever. Be smooth. You'll be comfortable. Be less sweaty. Be less smelly. Everybody's going to love it. The Lawnmower 4.0, I'm using mine, and it's incredible. Sleek design. It's got the LED light to guide you exactly where you're going. You've got the guard so you can go in there and shave the boys confidently, right? I used to be scared to trim up. I used to get the phone and dial 911 and just be waiting to push the last one so I could have a medic on standby in case I bled out. Not anymore with the Lawnmower 4.0. They've got different guards you can use, 1 through 4, and everything comes out perfect. And I'm talking about perfect. Let me just tell you something. If you listen to the podcast, then you know that me and my wife, Big Booty Judy, have over 20 chickens on the compound. And let me just tell you, I went to my front yard and I grabbed these eggs. These came from my front yard, my chickens. And guess what I did? I had a contest. I compared these eggs to my eggs. And guess what? The wife said I won. And that means I won as well. And you can win. And she wins. Everybody wins. All you got to do is go to manscaped.com and use the promo code Casio, CASIO, promo code Casio. Get 20% off and free worldwide shipping. That's at manscaped.com, but you got to use the promo code Casio, and you can have the best looking eggs this summer, just like myself. All right, manscaped.com, promo code Casio, 20% off, free worldwide shipping. You need to get your hands on the Lawnmower 4.0. What's up, Candy Lickers? Pleased to meet you. Nice to know me. What you doing? You're listening to another edition of Casio's Cut. I'm very excited to be joined by yet another rock star. Danny Resnick, Astoria State, is in the house. What's up, my man?
How are you? How are you?
I'm doing great, dude. You got to be excited, man. You are on tour. You're traveling with the dudes from Red Jumpsuit, of course. If anybody knows anything about Danny, you joined them as keyboardist not that long ago. And now you've got your own band, of course, Astoria State. This has to be an exciting time to finally get on the road and share this music in front of a live audience, man.
Oh, man. Yeah, it's so awesome. It's been just great. I mean, you know, it's obviously for all of us musicians, you know, we haven't been on tour. So it feels really nice for this, you know, for just getting to play shows again. But I get the added bonus of getting the 2-for-1 each night right now. So it's.
So you are doing double duty.
I'm doing double duty, yeah. So it's I'm getting 2-for-1 discount on the COVID special shows.
That means you're working for half price, dude. We got to talk about this.
Well, I don't know if I am or not. No, Jumpsuit's being good to us. You know, I guess I have a little pull there or something.
You got a little bit of pull.
Yeah.
So talk about this. So you put together the new album with Astoria State. Did this all come about? How much of it came about during COVID, or did you already have stuff down the pipe and starting to pump this thing out?
That's a good question. No, all of it came during the pandemic. In fact, so we've been talking about. I've known Jesse for 10 years, so we've been talking about doing a band, you know, over beers for a long time. But you know, we have lived in different states, and we have done been in a few different bands together over the years, but I was out in Hawaii. I was, you know, leaving because of the pandemic, and went to Florida, and it was just like all this time off. So we're like, dude, let's just write, and maybe we have some time. Who knows how long it's gonna last? You know, at first we're thinking like, oh, July. We'll be back.
Right, everybody. Couple weeks, we're back.
Yeah, you know, like this is a couple months, and we'll be, you know, back to business. But then it just seemed like, all right, you know, we have a lot of time on our hands, so. He sent over a couple demos. I kind of fleshed them out with melody and, you know, vocals and lyrics, and sent them back, and that was that first song with Nobody Knows.
So let's talk about it. Nobody Knows is out. You got the video out. Super cool video.
Thank you.
I'm gonna be honest. I've watched it a bunch of times, and I have no idea what y'all are burying. I have no idea.
Nobody knows.
Volley and you spiked. I like that.
Right. It's alley-oop that for me.
But But here's what I do know. You're about to have your second video coming out. Leave It to Me is
right.
coming out.
Yeah.
And word on the street is these videos and singles are tying together as a story.
That's the
What?
word on the street. Yeah. So
this is next level shit.
I don't know. I don't know if we're the first people to ever do it. But it is a cool, it's kind of a cool, kind of theme to tie these videos and songs together, just as kind of, that concept of albums aren't what they used to be, when we were kids, it's like this album. So a lot of bands would theme them and do different things, and some bands still do, but it just seemed like a unique way to kind of can we put all these songs into a story and write a script that kind of tells, a story, whether it's super, direct or, or what have you, abstract, I guess.
Right.
It just seemed like a cool element to add to the package of, the art that we're trying to put out. So, Leave It to Me is the prequel to Nobody Knows.
The prequel?
Yeah.
Oh, so, we might find out what you're burying there.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you, I'll give you a hint. You're not going to find out in the Leave It to Me video, but it'll give you more answers. And the prequel to that will come out after. So
wait, so we're going in reverse the whole time?
Yeah, we're working through some concepts, but that seems to be the one we're leaning towards now. We haven't filmed the third and fourth videos yet.
What kind of Inception shit are you throwing us in? This is
it's funny because as we were talking about it with our director, he's like, dude, it's like Memento, and a couple people had said that when we talked about the other. I didn't know what they were talking about because I've never seen that movie, but apparently it's a movie where
he has to go back to figure out what happened.
Every scene starts every so often because he doesn't remember what, I've never seen that movie. So.
Are you going to watch it to get a grasp, or now is it too late?
Dude, it's actually probably a good idea. It's probably a good idea to watch it. And our director said it, the way he talked about that, it's like his favorite film ever made of all time. So it must be good. I mean, people, I don't know. It's one of these things. I don't watch a movie buff,
You're not a movie buff?
No, not like that. It's like I know the ones I've seen if I, you jog my memory.
TV buff? Or are you just music?
Certain TV, some TV shows I definitely know. I'd say I like TV maybe, more than, it's more accessible, I don't always have the time for a 2-hour sit down, but I can put on a 20-minute show that doesn't, is that gripping or
something mindless in the background.
Yeah. I love Always Sunny. Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Strong.
A lot of those shows, I really get Community, senseless humor. Love
something that can just be playing. You don't have to follow.
Right. I don't really care too much about it. If it gets too interesting, then I have to stop. Then I end up stopping everything I'm doing. It's I was gonna sleep, but what are they even Animal Planet? Sometimes you're oh wait, what is that fish doing something over there? All right, I gotta see this.
So let me ask, you briefly touched on it. You're putting all this album together. You're putting videos together. This is a weird time where you're not being able to immediately test some of these songs in front of a crowd. I mean, you go to a concert and usually people go, hey, we got a new one we want to test for you guys. All this whole time block is not in front of live fans. Right. Now that you got some shows under your belt, how has that felt? I mean, you've been doing music for a long time. This has to be a little bit of a different feeling of this is completely brand new experience for all of us.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. That's such a great thought. We didn't do any of it. And I mean, a couple of our friends, obviously we sent it, to Ronnie, who produced the track, and SB, who, engineered it and mixed it. And we've sent it to, we had sent it to some friends, but not really anybody. It definitely, certainly to your point, not played them live and caught gauged that energy and, that kind of unquantifiable factor about
what songs are they relating to? What are they getting rocking
just
to?
How that energy feels. Sometimes songs can sound, you can record songs so well now that the song can sound great, but if it's, I don't know, too slow or just, one thing or another can low in your vocal register or whatever, when you try it live, all of a sudden you do get that this song's not hitting the way I thought it would. Or sometimes it's oh, dude, this song's hitting exactly how I thought it would. So yeah, we're definitely experiencing that. I mean, so far we've had just great reception. You know, like people seem to really be like liking the songs, connecting with them. A shocking amount of people have heard Nobody Knows by the time we get to playing it, which is, you know, humbling because it's, you know, the song's only been out for a couple months and it's our only song that is out. You know, it's our very first song. So it's pretty crazy to play people, you know, 5 songs they don't know and they'll be like, this is our one song you might know. And then 30 people and they'll be like, woo! It's like, wow, you guys know the words to this already? It's unbelievable.
That's got to be an awesome feeling.
Yeah.
We're talking with, of course, we're talking with Danny from Astoria State. First of all, shout out, you got the clothing line. People need to go get the merch, right?
Yeah, I do. I've got I've got one of ours on. We've got merch at AstoriaStateMerch.com, which is just through AstoriaState.com.
Yeah.
And then we've got merch out with us. But you can definitely find more by going to our merch store online than we have out with us on the road. But
all right, we first of all, thank you for the time. I know you're on a show day. I know this is busy for you, especially you got double duty, man. You need to be taking a nap, dude. What are you doing? I don't know what you're talking to me, but
I got a nap last night.
Excellent tour coming up. We're super excited to see you. We've got killer shows coming up at Sidetracks Music Hall, of course. All these shows you're opening up, doing double duty with Red Jumpsuit Apparatus, Huntsville, Sidetracks. Then you guys go immediately June 11th to Nashville, June 12th, Jonesboro, Georgia, and then playing the festival out at Jacksonville Beach.
Yep.
So I know this is an exciting run for you guys, so I appreciate you taking the time to join me. But we end every episode with the countdown, 10 questions, 10 to 1. You got to survive this, okay?
I looked at them so briefly. I don't even think I read them all. I was like, okay, I'll read that before, right? You know, and then I didn't get to it. So hit me with them. Let's go.
Yeah, we're going to hit you with them. This is good off the cuff. You're going to be good. Number 10, name something that's a perfect 10 in your life.
Name something that's a perfect 10.
Something's exactly like you like it.
My music career at the moment is going, I could, you know, be pretty crazy to complain about it right now.
Nice.
Shows tonight. I mean, people are responding to the new jumpsuit material. People are responding to the new Astoria State material. It's
a good place to be, man.
Yeah.
Good place to be. Number 9. 9 is the German word for no. Name something you wish was no more. Name something you could write off. This could be Twitter trolls, bad drivers, anything. People that stand up as soon as the airplane lands. Whatever you want. What's your pet peeve? What do you wish is no more?
All of those things. The stand up. The thing is, it's the very same people who shoot up out of their seat to stand there, like all like down, crouched below. They're the same people who line up and say, like, you know, now boarding group 1, and like everybody from group 9 walks up and like huddles around. It's like I sit there, they're like calling my name, and I'm like, you know, they got 2 minutes. Like, are we with my coffee almost done? Like, you know, like I don't want to sit on that thing for an extra 2 hours.
Hey, we all got assigned seats. We're getting on.
Right, we all get assigned seats. It's like, what's the big rush?
All right, so all of them. I like it. Number 8. What do you want your last meal to be? What's the last thing you ate? What is it?
Bad drivers too. Sorry, it's starting to drizzle a little bit on me on the other side there.
You're getting rained on?
Yeah, the bad drivers are terrible. Sorry. All right, hit me with number
8. When you go out, what do you want the last thing you ate to be? What's your last meal? You can mix and match, home cooking, a certain restaurant. What do you got?
Oh, that's interesting. You know, so I'm probably about 4 months plant-based now.
I saw that on Instagram. You're vegan now.
Yeah. So
how are we doing? What made you do that?
Well, you know, over the last year, I didn't think I was as active, and there's just a lot of things. Really, what it comes down to, I watched. I wanted to feel better and look better, you know. And I watched this documentary, Game Changers, and they just talk about. It's on Netflix. They just talk, you know, about, you know, pretty much the fundamental science of you know, animal protein versus plant protein, and how these things really work, and how your blood works, how cholesterol actually works. And I had a couple of disgusted sighs as I was like, really? You know, but they took these guys' blood in this documentary. They take these like college athletes' blood, right? And they're all like been eating animals. I'm from Alaska, so I've been hunting, you know, fishing my whole life, eating animals.
Yeah.
But anyhow, they take these, you know, animal eaters or whatever. They take their blood and then they put them on a plant-based diet for a week. And then they take their blood again. And before they read them the results, they just show them the blood. In the first blood, it's all like thick and murky, and there's this like separation of like fat content that's sitting on top of it. And the other one looks like red water, like water with red food coloring in it. And it's like, that is what animal proteins, like what butter and dairy and all these things, but that's what the inflammation they do. That's what they do to your, that's what causes the inflammation in your heart and in your blood, you know? And I saw that and I was like, man, if it was actually that simple, because my whole life, you know, even you grow up, there's the pyramid, you know, thing, and dairy,
meat, dairy, eggs,
all those things are on the list. And so I thought to myself, well, if it was that simple, I was just gonna try. I was gonna try it for a month, and you know, if I feel better, then great. If I don't, then I'll just go back to eating meat. And within days, I felt a noticeable difference, just more energy. I eat, you know, and the thing is the vegan alternatives, fucking, oh, sorry, they're great.
Oh, you can say whatever you want.
Oh, I don't know. They're delicious. You know, when you eat like a Carl's Jr. Impossible Burger. I mean, to some people, you know, it's Carl's Jr. doesn't have like 100% grade A beef, you know, that's raised in their backyard. Anyway, it's not even all meat, you know, and I never cared about that. But like, if it tastes the exact same, like, what are we really even talking about?
Right.
That's how I feel about it. So I've been, I've been really, you know, enjoying how I feel. So far, you know, I had never made a lifelong commitment to it either, but I don't plan on changing anytime soon. But if I had to have a last meal, it wasn't really going to be about my cholesterol.
Yeah, you're going out. There's no repercussions.
Yeah, I love seafood. I love like lobster, crab. You know, I'm from Alaska, so I grew up on king crab. And,
all the crabs.
Yeah, so I'd probably have maybe some bacon wrap shrimp, bacon wrap lobster, or something like that. Just really like load it down. I guess I'm going for my heart attack then.
Yeah. No, there's no repercussions. You're on the way out.
If we're going out. We're going out.
What's your sides? Are you a big side guy? You got to be now that you're vegan. What's your sides? You going? What's the veggies? Corn, broccoli. What are you doing?
Yeah, I mean,
mac and cheese.
Obviously, corn was already a staple before. You know, a good, you know, corn on the cob barbecue, you know, on the barbecue. That was already something that went with all of your meat. So that hasn't gone anywhere at all. Especially out, you know, in California, we get some like really great like street corn. You know, that's like all kinds. Corn. I've been super into like these. Well, like they're snacks. It's junk food, really. But you know, they're all made of plants. So it's like when I like get one of these, like it's a bag of Cheetos, or they're called the hippies. But they're hippies. They're made of chickpeas. So like PAS hippies. You know. I'm in. And they taste exactly like a Cheeto. They're probably honestly better. I think they're better. I can just slam a bag of these things.
Just crushing.
But at the end of it, I didn't like polish off a bag of Cheetos. I ate a can of garbanzo beans, you know, so I still got to junk food out what felt like just like, you know, eat 3 bags.
Yeah, you got the craving taken care of, but it's still
but I didn't actually, you know, do the damage.
By the way, for the people that are listening to this, which is majority over YouTube, he's not in a car wreck. There's somebody getting ice behind him. You know, it's I need to explain it for the audio version only.
Yeah.
The people watching it can see him going back and forth.
Yeah. Oh,
all right. Are you a dessert guy? Are we going dessert on your last meal?
Yeah, you know, I've never really been. I've always been lean salty.
Okay.
You know, like I'll eat like half a bite of a Snickers, and then I'll eat like 2 boxes of Cheez-Its, you know.
Okay. Sweets wasn't your thing.
Yeah, I mean, I like them. I like some, you know, some sweets, but they're not something I miss. And like, as I've, you know, it's funny, you like are like, oh, you know, I'm going to go plant-based, I'm going to go vegan. Everybody like starts sending you all their activist stuff. You know, they start like, oh, you should watch this because you'll love this. And, you know, if you like, and so I've been watching a lot of like crazy things. So chocolate's pretty much off my list these days too. Like all the
Really? Is that considered bad too?
I don't know that it's bad, but I don't think that it's, well, just the way they, you know.
How it's being processed and produced?
Yeah. It's being produced by farmers who never get paid.
Right. Mostly, okay. That's what I meant. Yeah.
Of them in Africa, you know, and it's a $200 billion industry or something. You know, and they're
So this is-
like they literally take the cocoa and then tell them we'll pay you when we get the money. And sometimes they don't even pay them.
no.
Oh, it was less this time. You know, but we're
Why are
only
you doing this to me?
about $1 a day anyway. You know, so it's like they can't. Oh, we don't have your $300.
Why are you doing this to me?
Like when I learned that, it's like, well, at this point, it would basically be impossible to enjoy eating it knowing that.
I know you're doing it. Now I gotta question my damn chocolate I got in the damn cup.
I know. See, right. Like you can't tell anybody anything because next thing you know, they're like, "Oh, you should taste this too." It's like, oh man, I love that.
If they find out you swore off one food, they're gonna you're left. You got nothing.
Eat anything? Oh, you know, watermelon's actually not that. You know, like, what's wrong with watermelon?
You're gonna have to have your own bus garden. That's what you're gonna have.
That's the thing. There's this show. It's called Rotten. On Netflix.
I've seen that. It's in my list.
They have all the different, like, you know, so it's like, oh, you like avocados? Don't watch. You like peanuts? Don't watch. You like honey? You know, all these things. But
I did watch the honey one.
Closest to me was certainly like that the chocolate one. It's like, oh well, this is absurd.
I got really pissed off with the honey one. I watched the honey one and didn't watch it anymore.
You know, it's like they're cutting our honey with all kinds of stuff. It's crazy. And I didn't realize the whole deal about, you know, I mean, I say I did colony collapse and those things, but I didn't really realize about like you know, that they were all taking their bees from around the country and world and bringing them to California for this time of season just to bring them back. And like that, there's like just spreading disease everywhere. And like, I mean, it's just crazy. It's like, I never occurred to me that they were moving the bees.
You know what? You're right. Don't watch anything. Don't
watch anything, dude.
Just quit watching.
Kill your TV. That's the best thing.
All right, 7. When you were 7 years old, what did you want to be when you grew up?
I wanted to play in the NHL.
The NHL? Who was the team?
Detroit Red Wings. And I'm not going to lie, as a kid, I feel like you're allowed one bandwagon per sport a life. And when you're 3 or 4 or 5, you can bandwagon on whoever you want. I'll admit it's just because they were the best.
But you were in Alaska?
Oh, yeah, I'm from Alaska, so we don't have our own team.
Yeah, so see, everybody, I'm a Colts fan in football, and everybody's like, you're from Alabama, how'd you pick the Colts? I'm like, because that's what you did. You just pick.
Yeah, you just pick one.
If you don't have a team, you just pick
Pop Warner. You know, some kids play Pop Warner, and they're like, oh, well, I was on the Jaguars or whatever, and that's why I like that team.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the reason, but, like, it's when you pick after your team sucked for a long time and you just happen to pick the team that's going to win this year. That's when it gets a little bit glaring.
Are you still watching hockey all the time? Is that still
the playoffs are on? So I honestly, we've been so busy. I've been watching the highlights pretty much.
Right.
But it does seem like a great year of playoff hockey so far. So.
All right. Number 6. How do you want to end up 6 feet under? How do you want to go out? Obviously, a heart attack from eating meat again. But besides that,
right? Yeah. I'm gonna eat so much meat it gives me a heart attack, and I just.
How do you want to go?
I mean, I suppose, you know, if I had my choice, peacefully in my sleep.
Okay. Well, I've had some musicians and comics want to go out on stage.
They want to do it before they go out?
No, they want to be on stage.
Oh, no, not me.
And I was like, that sounds a little traumatic for the crowd.
On TV and like, yeah, it's traumatic. Yeah. Somebody's like, oh, the show was fun until he died. You know, and that premise.
He didn't even play his hit.
Yeah, he's like right before the song we've all been waiting for. He just croaks, and then like, you know, that really kills our buzz. And
I didn't even get to hear "Nobody Knows." This is
right? Yeah, nobody got to hear it.
All right, so peacefully in your sleep, nice.
Yeah, sure.
5-finger discount. What's the last thing you stole?
The last thing I stole. And I don't steal. I'm not really much of a thief. I'm trying to think of something.
Are you a hotel thief? Do you steal things from the hotel room? Well, I mean, shampoo's not stealing, but I mean, are you pillow guy or remote?
No, I don't take pillows or anything like that. Occasionally, I'll accidentally leave a face towel, you know, into one of my bags, you know, if I think it might come in handy.
Okay.
Accidentally.
That's the edgiest you're getting on stealing. All right.
Maybe not. I just, like I haven't had that perfect, like, in at the museum where the guy has like the keys to the paintings and knows how to turn the alarm off. As soon as that rolls around and we've got like, a $100 million art heist or something with like,
Well, you're not like Johnning and Dashing or anything, right? You're not doing any of that.
No, people work too hard. I feel bad, about at least, especially in the restaurant industry. And
yeah.
I couldn't do that to somebody.
All right, this is going to be interesting. I got an alternate question in case the first question backfires, because you're from Alaska, so I don't know how much this is in your wheelhouse. And you're not a sweets guy. I usually ask Mount Rushmore of Little Debbie's. Have you even had a Little Debbie in your life?
Oh yeah, Little Debbie's.
Got Nutty Buddies or oatmeal cream pie or Swiss cake?
Yeah, I would have gone oatmeal cream pie 100%.
Is number one? Yeah,
I think so. Because like in that realm, like the ding dongs, a lot of like chocolate and marshmallow.
Yeah, a lot of chocolate.
Yeah, dude, I think the
oatmeal's your number one. Let me give you a better one.
Well, the oatmeal cookies, the long kind of box.
Oh, is that your jam?
The oatmeal sandwich. They do have like a marshmallow. I'm trying to.
Yeah, oatmeal sandwiches. The oatmeal cream pie is one of the little.
Yeah, the oatmeal cream pie, exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Those are bombs.
I think here's the better question for you, maybe, and it might have changed. 4 toppings for the perfect pizza. What are you going with?
Oh, it definitely has changed because it used to be like, name 4 meats and let's go. Now, I've been having like, I don't know what they really call them. It's kind of like, I guess, like a Mediterranean.
Okay.
They make them like pretty simply by just adding vegan cheese instead of, because they're already like, just tomatoes and, I don't know. They're very
olives. Are we got olives? Or we got onions
olives on them? Mushrooms. I mean, I love mushrooms, olives, like onions.
You going thin crust or thick?
I would do a thin crust, but here's one thing I do miss in some of like fancy pizza places, the fancy vegan places. They still have like an alternative for like the butter and the Parmesan cheese crust, dude.
Come on. You're missing breadsticks, is what you're missing.
Well, I still eat a fair amount of bread. Like you can go and get a soft pretzel. Most of those don't have any egg or butter.
Right.
Unless you have them
but the old school pizza breadsticks, like you said, where we got the oil and the butter and
the little
cheese.
Caesars, like just just dripping off the end.
All right. Number 3, you're not going to start an argument by saying they're the best albums ever, but I need 3 albums on a deserted island you can listen to forever.
3 albums on.
So nobody can get on you for your decision because this is just you listening to them.
Right, and it's just me on the island, so it's
so you might go live, you might go greatest hits, you can go any direction you want.
Wow. Wow, so many options and
so
much permanence.
Well, look, the guy's there's more options than as much ice as this guy's getting behind you.
There's more options than ice on the island that I'm stuck on. Go figure. No ice on the island.
What are you going with?
One album that I always really like, and I find myself going back to it like time and time again as a full listen front to back, is by Reliant K.
Okay.
It came out maybe 3 or 6, early 2000s.
Yeah.
It's a cool record.
Is it just one where you're like, hey, I'm in a mood, let's go back to it and jam it?
It's one that like I'll hit, like one of the songs from it will come on, or one of the songs by Reliant K will come on a place, and I'm like, yeah, I need to go back and listen to that
Time
record.
to refresh.
Oh, so good. How does it sound so good? It's so old.
Okay.
It's like, I don't know. It's just one of those records for me. I feel like if it is a deserted island, I'm gonna need maybe like a greatest hits. I don't know if like the Dirty Heads have a greatest hits album yet, but if I'm stuck on an island, I did live in Hawaii for some years.
So I was about to say, you got the beach vibes going.
I would need something to listen to while I'm sipping.
Put you in a fun mood.
Made Mai Tais from my coconuts.
All right, what about a live album maybe, so you can act like more people's there?
Oh yeah, I get a little bit.
Yeah, you get the vibe.
When you say live album, the first one that comes to mind, it was Papa Roach did like a Time for Annihilation.
Yeah.
Like half record and half live.
It was hybrid, yeah.
Kind of compilation from some different shows. Maybe are they all at one shot? I can't remember, but That record's pretty good. They're a great band live,
Killer.
and on recording, obviously too. So, yeah, maybe Time for Annihilation. What was the other one? Oh yeah,
Dirty Heads, greatest hits.
I don't know if they have a greatest hits or not.
Well, I mean, it's 2021. You can burn your own.
I'll burn it before the plane crash on the island.
Hey, like we said earlier, we'll burn it from LimeWire and keep going,
Right.
man. We'll get on.
Yeah,
All right.
LimeWire, good old days.
All right, number 2, I need 2 concerts. First concert you went to, and last concert you went to as a fan.
First.
So first concert you were like, hey man, I'm getting my own tickets. I've got to go to this concert.
Yeah,
that might be weird in Alaska, man.
Well, yeah, there's some big, bigger bands, I guess, that are out of, where I'm from. 36, Crazy Fist came out of Anchorage.
Oh yeah.
Portugal the Man is from Wasilla town.
Really?
Right nearby. Jewel, jumping genres a little bit.
Who doesn't know Jewel?
I never bought a ticket to see Jewel. I did, however, buy tickets and have basically anytime I'm there, which is not anymore, but 36, Crazy Fist. I don't know if they're still doing shows.
Is that one of your first ones?
Yeah, they were one of my. There's a band called Del Mag. I think that was actually my first show. Maybe they played it together. They were just an Anchorage band. I don't know that they really gained much national traction, but I'll go back and listen to them too.
There we go. That's going to give you some memories.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, it reminds me of like that time, when I was, I don't know, must have been 10, like the local band in town.
Right.
One of my friends got one of their burnt CDs.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, they're playing a showdown at Beato's. There's used to be this little stinky
hole in the wall
teen club, that bands played at, that was all ages downtown. Oh yeah, it shut down. It was probably only open for so many years, But it's
also giving everybody free alcohol, letting underage kids in. Is it that bar?
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. I don't think it might not have even been alcohol. It's just like a venue where
just a venue. I got you.
Kind of people could play. They might. Right. I just can't remember. I was too young to drink then.
All right,
They weren't selling me beer.
Last show you went to as a fan. Last concert.
Man. Well, last night. I mean, obviously we played it, but as a fan,
don't count. Who's the one you went to? Like, we're just going to chill out. And I got to go see the show. Had to be a while. It's got to be pre-COVID, of course, and then you're not going to be touring. That's got to be hard.
Yeah, the one that's coming to mind. Modest Yahoo was. That was a long time ago. That's probably had to be one more recently than that, but yeah, Modest Yahoo was there at a show with Dirty Heads, I think.
Nice.
Mainly, I just wanted to. I mean, I've seen Dirty Heads a lot. They're on a lot of the festivals. I like them.
Right.
I like their music. I like their show. But haven't seen Modest Yahoo as much as.
What? Or how about somebody that you were at a festival with? You were like, hey, we got to go catch their set while we're here.
Oh, I always try to catch Memphis May Fire.
Oh,
their live are so heavy. It's just like
they bring it, dude.
Pit break for 20 seconds. I ever stop. Pit break for 20 seconds. Like, what? Pit break, and it's like, dude. Their shows get pretty rowdy, for sure. I like.
All right. Now this is going to be interesting as an Alaska kid because I don't know how the vibe was up there, but for us Southern kids, it was big. I always ask number one, if you're a wrestler, who would you be?
Oh, I did see this question on this is maybe the first one I read. I was like, oh man, I didn't like
Was there any wrestling up there?
Well, it's on TV.
Yeah.
But the last time I knew all the wrestlers, I was probably in second grade. But at the time, that would have been like the Undertaker, Triple H,
The
Rock, Rey Mysterio. I think.
Yeah. Who bonded? Who would you think that guy's cool? Taker, Triple H.
Yeah, probably the Undertaker.
Taker.
I mean, I think if I could be anyone, it would be Andre.
Oh well, yeah, you got to be the Giant.
Yeah. Right? I mean, like if I could just be any wrestler, I would say.
Yeah, that's the point. Yeah. Anybody.
Like I want to be that giant.
Everybody looks up to you.
Right.
All right, dude. Great interview. I appreciate the time a lot, man. I know it's show day, and you guys are in the middle of the tour, and I know it's very hectic, and you're doing double duty. So I really appreciate it. Danny Resnick, of course, from Astoria State. You guys got a single coming out too. The next single's about to drop, right? June 16th?
11th.
Oh, 11th, June 11th.
Yeah,
so
June
just
11th, next Friday.
Next couple days, it's dropping. Go check them out wherever you stream your favorite music, wherever you listen to it. Buy it. Go find them online. Get that merch as well, and go see them. A great run of shows: Sidetracks Music Hall in Huntsville, Nashville, Jonesboro, Georgia, and then the Community First Seawalk Festival down in Jacksonville. Danny, man, appreciate the time.
Yeah, man.
Rock out. Look forward to seeing you in a couple days in Huntsville.
Yeah, man. Can't wait. Thanks for having me.
Brother. All right, man.